I'm going to talk about some of the biggest lessons that I learned after having my first year as a full-time digital marketer and building out an agency that made over 6 figures last year. So I learned a ton of lessons, and some were good, some were bad. I'll tell you both of them. What's up, everybody? It's Breshears. This channel is the Digital Marketing Madman. I do videos about digital marketing, building my agency, and tools, tricks, and tips to help you sell more online. So 2018 was the first year that I was a full-time digital marketer. Before that, I had done real estate, and I was a broker, sold real estate, and I like real estate a lot. I didn't like the fact that I had to drive around all over the place. And the hours were weird, working weekends. Basically, you're always on for clients. And that was really difficult. So I enjoyed working in real estate. I just didn't like some aspects of it. And I really, really love digital marketing. So I took the leap and started digital marketing. Now, one thing that happened, though, my son was born premature at 27 weeks, which is really, really early. My wife was in hospital bed rest for a full month before that. And so there was a long period there where I was stuck that even if I was doing real estate full-time, I wouldn't have been able to basically be with my family and support my family like they needed me to. So super fortunate, very, very lucky that I was able to do digital marketing full-time. I had a few clients, and I kind of grew it from there. And basically the way that I've generated clients is strictly from referrals right now. This year, I'm working on building funnels that I can create scalable service offers and then use those to hopefully generate consistent recurring revenue for my agency. But 2018, basically, I said yes to everybody who needed marketing work. And there was a few things that worked out well, and there was a few things that didn't work out well. So I'm going to start with the things that I learned from my biggest mistakes. So with these big mistakes that I made, I think that it mostly stemmed from managing client expectations. And managing client expectations is something that I had experience from in the real estate world, right? So when you're selling a house, it is a hyper sensitive time period where your clients are really, really stressed out. And so you have to manage expectations throughout the process. Otherwise, they're going to get upset. So there's a lot of lessons I've learned from real estate that I've used in digital marketing and running an agency, but it wasn't necessarily what I was expecting in digital marketing, and I'll give you an example about that. So one thing that I did in starting with clients is I had some really, really great success with clients. And then I had people that were like, hey, I want to do that. I want to have similar results. Can you work for me and do digital marketing for me? And I said yes, because I said yes to everybody. It's my first year doing digital marketing. And so when you have clients that see basically your highlight reel, that's kind of their expectation for the norm. With clients that don't have offers that are proven yet, and don't have scale yet, and don't have proven traffic channels yet, you're going to set yourself up for failure if you're thinking like, hey, I'm going to take the success that worked for this person and then just copy and paste it and apply it to this person. So every single business is different. When you're working with people that have different levels of content creation, different levels of relationship with their audiences, just different segments and different offers, it's going to have different results. There's no way for you to duplicate your results exactly. There's testing that needs to go into place. And, for example, I'll give you a perfect example. I have 2 people in the veterinary industry. One sells CE. He's been doing it for several years. He had offers he knew worked. We took those offers, we scaled them up. We sold over $1.5 million worth of product. We spent $78,000 of ad spend. Like, it's amazing results. That guy, I just love working with him. His offers are proven, they're consistent, we know what works, and so we're scaling it. Then we have another client. He has a product that he wants to start. He doesn't have it proven. It's basically in the startup phase, and he's got a small Facebook page. It doesn't have a ton of fans, it doesn't have a ton of engagement. He's well known, but it's not something that he's proven yet. And so as a result, with him, the results didn't come. And so we would do webinars. We would generate hundreds of registrations of his target market. The webinar would happen, 0 sales would take place. The follow-up would go through, 0 sales would take place. We were creating offers that we thought would work. And ultimately, as an agency, you cannot take responsibility for offer creation. I mean, you can. If you know the market really, really well, you know what they're going to respond to, you can. But as somebody who was just starting out like me, starting out and saying, like, you know, this is my best guess, we just have to test it. What ended up happening was he became dissatisfied with the results, and it did not end up being a good fit. And so that was really, really unfortunate. It was tons of work, and I felt really disappointed and defeated about it. Ultimately, though, you can't take responsibility for the offer of the audience. We were generating legitimate leads that were 100% we knew were in the target demographics, and they just didn't want the offer. No matter how good your marketing is, if the offer doesn't connect with the audience, it doesn't matter. Like, you can't trick people into buying stuff. Ultimately, it's far easier to find people who want a product or service than to try to create that desire in someone. And so it's like if you're selling hamburgers, what's the most important thing? It's finding people who are starving and hungry and will eat something. Like, that's what you're shooting for. Same thing when you're trying to figure out what offer to do with your digital marketing. So find the audience and find out what they actually want and need and put those two together. And that's how you create ridiculous success, right? But when you're trying to do a hard sell, or you're trying to sell a product that nobody really wants, it's not what the target market wants, that's not your fault as the digital marketer. If you're creating leads at a reasonable price and they just don't want to buy it, there's nothing you can do. So that was one thing that was a hard lesson for me to learn, but it was a really, really valuable lesson. And I think that building out and working with clients that are already established, that have offers, versus people that are just starting out and new, I think that in general, just advising people, giving them good advice, saying, hey, you need to go through and sell 100 of these and tell me what their biggest objections are. Because as a business owner, and if you're just starting out as a business owner and you're trying to figure out what to sell, creating offers and talking to your audience and your clients, that's really, really valuable and important info. And so you need to have all of that pre-work done so that you could tell somebody, hey, this is the person that I want. This is their biggest fears. These are their biggest wants and needs. This is the pain that they're feeling when they don't have this product. So, like, knowing your client is so important. And if you ever say to your prospective agency client, so tell me about the offer, and they say, well, I don't know, but that's like the kiss of death. You're going to have to either set expectations that, hey, you don't know, and these are your clients and the people that you're going to be working with. So if you don't know, you can't expect that I'm going to know, because this is your business. We're going to have to test this out. It's going to take a while. And I just want to make sure that there's no guarantee. So setting those kind of expectations up front is something that's huge. So then the good things that I learned were that there is a ton of correlation between, in general, just business and running business, closing clients, between real estate and running a digital marketing agency. So having all of this experience in the past for managing client expectations, deploying different changes and handling objections, and I think that it really, really set me up well for doing digital marketing. So if you ever think of, like, you know what, I want to do this or have this business in the future, I think if you do any kind of sales business where you're going to have work with clients, sell products, I think that's going to set you up really, really well for pretty much anything. It's going to give you great experience and help you to learn how to close and sell, which is ultimately, I think, the number one skill that everybody should have if they're going to be in business for themselves. So that being said, that was something that was really, really good. Another thing that was really good was figuring out how to just basically work through all of these changes that happened in Facebook. And Facebook was terrible in 2018 as far as changes that happened. January 19th, we had the organic algorithm change where businesses lost their organic distribution, and then just the crazy Cambridge Analytica scandal. And so a good thing that came out of that was I began to diversify my offerings more. I was 100% Facebook, like a lot of agencies are out there. And then after seeing kind of the writing on the wall that, hey, this stuff is changing all the time, your clients are going to need to have stability, we need to diversify your traffic sources. I still love Facebook. I still run tons and tons of ads on Facebook, but diversifying your traffic sources is so important. Knowing that you have Google AdWords to go to, or Pinterest ads if that's something that's going to work for you, YouTube ads, which is also Google AdWords, or Instagram, which is also Facebook. But just having multiple channels that you can send traffic through, and really that was something that I think was really, really important to learn. And so 2019 is going to be a year of a lot more diversification, not just going all in on Facebook. So those were the things that I learned in the first year, and I hope this was helpful for you. I think that having said yes to everybody that came along, and I think there was probably like 26 or 27 total new clients in 2018, it just gave me tons of case studies, testimonials, and a lot of really good work to just sink my teeth into. And so I was really, really fortunate that everything worked out, that I was able to work from home and work from the hospital and work from the NICU. So if you're ever thinking of what kind of a business could I create to work from home, then I would really, really suggest digital marketing. Tell me, what were your biggest lessons though? What did you learn? Is there something that was really, really awesome that happened to you? Something that was really bad that happened to you? Or let me know in the comments. I would love to hear from you. So thanks for watching this video. Be sure to consider subscribing, and you can see daily marketing videos here. I also create a vlog, and hope you enjoyed this video. Have a great day.